Hello everybody, it's me, Nate, aka Devil Dog, and I'm back with another video game review. This time I'm reviewing a game that Shadow dropped on the 12th of February. That's right, this came out a day or so ago on every gaming system, and it's known as Heart of the Forest, an interactive full-motion video game made by Wales Interactive, the same people that made Dead Reset. So let's go ahead and get straight into the review. Welcome back, and today we are diving into the Black Forest of Germany with Heart of the Forest, a new interactive movie FMV horror game that hits consoles and PC as of the 12th of February 2026 on every single gaming system, including cell phones. Now, if you played the game The Complex or Bloodshore from Wales Interactive, you already know what to expect. A high-quality video footage, branching narratives, and life or death decisions. Much like Dead Reset. Check my video out on Dead Reset if you want to know what you're kind of getting into. Wales Interactive is quite well known for making games like this. Now, the premise is rather straightforward. Four amateur hikers take a trip into the infamous Black Forest. The guide vanishes and they become trapped by a vengeful spirit and their own deepest fears. It's a 90-minute to roughly 2-hour long experience that relies on atmosphere over pure jump scares. Now, the cinematography is top-notch, capturing the oppressive yet beautiful nature of the Black Forest. Instead of cheap jump scares, the game relies on disturbing dreamlike imagery, making it feel like a slow burn psychological thriller. The found footage vibe is effective, placing you right inside the hiking trip. While unsettling, seasoned horror fans might not find it that terrifying, as some marketing might suggest. I found it kind of tame in terms of the scares, but it did keep me along for the ride. It was an interesting playthrough. Now, a few scenes in the second act are almost too dark, making it very difficult to catch some of the subtler, more visual clues on smaller things. Like you're playing on Switch or a mobile phone, you're not really going to see a lot of stuff, so you need to turn the brightness up and actually play this on a TV screen so you can see the subtle clues so you know what's going on. Now, it has a massive German folklore influence. The story is rooted in authentic, centuries-old legends of the Black Forest, which gives it a very unique flavor. And you switch between 4 different characters, allowing you to see the same event from different angles and understand their each different individual traumas. It's got pretty strong acting. The cast generally delivers strong performances, particularly during the high-tension psychological scenes. I actually found it kind of nail-biting. It do a good job with this. Now, I'm going to say some, cons with this. It's got some archetypical characters, okay? Well, the acting is good. The characters themselves are somewhat typical to the genre. You're the scared one, the skeptical leader, oh my god, I'm going to run, the typical stuff. So you're expecting something like really well drawn out. No, think like classic horror movie mentality of the characters and you understand it. So it makes some of the deaths less impactful than others. Now, the second half feels rather rushed. The pacing feels inconsistent. The first hour sets up a slow burn, but then the final 20% feels rushed, like they just wanted to get through the finish line real quick, like they did a bunch of Red Bulls and started jetting through the fucking end zone. So that kind of bothers me. So it tries to cram way too many revelations in at once. Now, as for the gameplay and choices, I gotta give you some pros. So there's some meaningful consequences in this. The decisions you make generally matter. The narrative branches quite a bit, leading to multiple distinct endings. There's quite a transparent branching map. A fantastic feature is if you pause the game's menu, you can see the branching roadmap. It shows you exactly where you are in the narrative tree, making replaying the game for different outcomes rather easy to do. Now, as per controls, it has quite accessible controls. Like most Wales interactive games, it's very simple to play, relying on only time decisions to make you feel the pressure of the moment. There's no up, down, left, right, up, none of that. You just have to pick one or the other decision. It does make it a little bit easier, but it can be kind of slow on some people. Now, once again, I gotta give you some cons with this. It's a rather passive experience. At times, it feels more like watching a movie with occasional interruptions. If you prefer high action, this is not going to be a game for you. And there is very limited QTEs, which I don't have a problem with. I hate QTEs. There's very few quick time events in this game, which means action sequences sometimes lack the physical urgency that they could have, but I don't really have a problem with it. Now on the technical performance, I'll give you pros and cons. Pros, smooth integration. The transition between video clips and choices is actually seamless. It is done quite well. Like I said, it's quite stable on just about any system. It runs well on the PS5, Series X, and even Switch with very, very few bugs. So this is actually pretty well built. Now, as for the cons, there's, at launch there was no subtitle options. But I will fortunately say, as you can see me playing through it, they do have a bunch of subtitle options, so I like that. Now, my verdict and final score. Heart of the Forest is a solid, atmospheric FMV game. It succeeds in telling an engaging, folkloric story that feels different from the standard slashers we see in the genre. It's perfect for a rainy night, well, for a 90-minute flight. But my final pros are it has great atmosphere, branching narrative path viewer, which I love, and pretty good acting. My final cons are it's weak ending, pacing, and it's not that frightening. It really isn't. I would have to say that this is a worthwhile journey for fans of narrative horror, and especially full motion video games. And, and as a whole, I would say it's nowhere near as action-packed as the last game, Dead Reset. But it still has some charm, and I did like the aspects of it, especially with the folklore-driven ideas of the main monster, as they call it. And honestly, I like the production values. It had some pretty good production values. Now, like I said, this launched on February 12th of 2026 on every single gaming system and even your cell phones, and it's only like 12 to 13 bucks, so it's not that bad of a hit in your pocketbook to actually play this game. And I want to say thank you for watching this review of Heart of the Forest. Will you be driving into the woods? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you on the next one. Well, that was my review of Heart of the Forest. Definitely a very intriguing game, and for its cost, it's only about $12. I would actually recommend it if you do like full motion video games. It's honestly pretty interesting, pretty decent voice acting, and as you've seen from the footage, even what's going on behind me right now, run, Forrest, run! It's actually a pretty decent thing. Please subscribe to my channel, give me lots of thumbs up, hit that like button, hit the bell icon to stay updated whenever I release any new videos on my channel. Leave lots of comments below, and of course here at Devil Dog Gaming, we always end our videos by saying, have fun, play hard, and remember people, the devil is in the details. Peace out until next time.